House Democrats rejected Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy's proposal to reopen the House on Tuesday, teeing up a partisan split on the use of technology to do remote work. Majority Leader Steny Hoyer of Maryland, Rules Chairman Representative Jim McGovern of Massachusetts, and Administration Chairwoman Zoe Lofgren of California said the Republicans' proposals focus too much on committees and still puts members and Capitol staff at risk. They wrote in a joint statement. On substance, the proposal made by Leader McCarthy, Ranking Member Cole, and Ranking Member Davis falls woefully short of reopening the House for legislative business. While our work is essential, getting our work done during this pandemic in the 21st century should not endanger the health of hundreds of members and potentially thousands of people convening in the Capitol, especially as illness cases in the National Capital Region continue to rise. While Democrats are concerned about certain technology for votes, having shifted towards proxy voting as a solution, they do see it as a viable option for committees to get back to normal, given that members are already doing dozens of conference calls and video chats. They wrote, "We are hopeful that the House in the near future will be able to go back to its traditional meeting practices. But, until that time, it will be our objective to use the technologies now available to us to do the people's work." While the Senate has reconvened, the House reversed its decision to return this week after the Capitol physician warned members were putting themselves at increased risk. Republicans, however, argued that Congress should be taking the same risk as essential workers keeping the country running. The GOP plan that Mr. McCarthy, California Republican, Rules Ranking Member Representative Tom Cole of Oklahoma and Administration Ranking Member Rodney Davis of Illinois released Monday would put members back in person on Capitol Hill but with social distancing at the root of the new policies. They proposed creating a rotating schedule of committees, with an emphasis on those that would work on the National Defense Authorization Bill, spending bills, and virus-related first, in larger rooms. They argued, would allow for a full debate on key issues while giving members space to spread out. Mr. McCarthy said Tuesday, "This restores regular order, so it's just not leadership or the Speaker deciding what's being worked on and what to focus on the pressing needs by these bills coming up through committee, they should be more bipartisan. These hearings could also be hybrid, with a quorum requirement but allowing a virtual option for at-risk members." In a conference call with reporters Tuesday, Mr. McCarthy cautioned against transitioning entirely towards virtual hearings. He said, "Technology is just not there to move dynamically in this nature. I don't believe we should ever do by technology markups or votes. You need to be able to have people in person. I do not believe the Intel Committee or Ethics should ever use that technology, because I don't think those items should be getting out over the phone." Republicans also suggested implementing screening options at high-trafficked areas of the Capitol, or installing plexiglass to keep security officials safe. Their proposal would also have members vote in person, as they've done with the past two votes in the House, stretching out the process by limiting how many members can get onto the floor at once. Last week, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi suggested that Democrats would be willing to move forward with their resolution on proxy voting whether or not the Republicans were on board. They're aiming to have a vote on their CARES 2 package sometime next week. Mr. McCarthy vowed that the GOP would not support that. He said, "If they want to jam something through that as partisan, we will vote against."